have arrived in Havana, Cuba.
The beautiful city of Havana. We have a tour that we're doing today through Carnival Cruise Lines. It's part of being a U.S. citizen. We have to meet special requirements to visit Cuba, and the tour we're going on takes care of all those. So that'll be most of our day, but we will get some free time later to kind of just walk around and see more of this beautiful city.
Yeah, so right now we have a few minutes to tour by ourselves, and then we are going to go meet back up with our tour. So we'll see you later.
So we couldn't really talk much at lunch. It was pretty loud, but what we did was we went to the hotel Havana Libre,
yeah.
Which is the tallest building in Havana actually, and we had lunch up on the 25th floor.
Which is the top floor.
Which is the top floor, yes. And the hotel apparently used to be a Hilton until the Cuban Revolution, and at that point all companies were taken over by the government, and that was one of them. So it used to be a Hilton, now it is not, but it's still one of the largest buildings in the city, if not the largest building in the city. So we had a nice time there. I'm not sure exactly what we ate, but it was all excellent. It might have been ropa vieja.
Yeah, I think it was some kind of pork. It was really good though. The pork was very tender. It was flavorful but not spicy.
Right. Yes. And we've heard a lot of that the food here in Cuba isn't very spicy. It has a lot of good flavors, but isn't spicy like you'd see in Mexico or somewhere else like that.
And we also got to try some Cuban beer. Yes,
I tried 2 different Cuban beers, a Crystal and a Bucanaro. Both were really good. About a standard kind of light beer, but pretty good.
Yeah, I only had the Crystal, but I liked it as far as light beer goes. I'm not a huge light beer drinker, but that was one of the better ones that I've had.
And we got to have a welcome drink when we first got in of a Cuba Libre, which is basically a rum and coke, but pretty good.
Yeah, for a rum and coke it was pretty good. I think our bus might be leaving now, or is about to leave. So,
yep, so I think it's time to go. Got done with I think our last stop of the day. I'm not sure.
I think we may have one more stop. I can't keep track of it either.
But we just got a tasting of the Cuban marriage.
Yes.
Which is coffee, rum, and cigars.
Although we both chose not to smoke our cigars, so...
Yeah, not really smokers. So we got 2 souvenirs that we'll bring back to 2 of our luckiest family members.
Yes. person-to-person experience in Cuba, today in Havana. I think some things we didn't film was we also went to an art market. It was very busy in there, but we did pick up some pottery. Not really too much in there other than that. And our tour guide drove us around Old Havana, gave us a little more background, and recommended some places to have dinner and drinks later, so I think we're going to do that pretty soon. But right now we're just walking around Old Havana, and I think we're going to go see the Malecon as well.
We made it to the Malecon here in Havana. The Malecon, for those of you who don't know, it's a really famous site here. It's basically a road that runs here along the ocean, right in the front of town. So it's kind of a place where the locals come to see, be seen. It's the big hangout spot. Kind of where just people go to have fun at night.
I get why people would want to hang out here on a sunny day with the breeze. It's really lovely outside. I could just spend like an hour laying out here in the sun with the breeze. It's beautiful. So after visiting the Malecon, we decided to get a drink at Sloppy Joe's. So let's go.
We stopped in a famous bar here in Havana called Sloppy Joe's. We went to one in Key West yesterday, actually, but this is the original one. They're supposed to be really famous for their mojitos, and it was one of Ernest Hemingway's favorite haunts when he lived here. He actually lived just down the road a little bit and would be in here almost every day. Let's see how this is. Oh, that's very nice. Super refreshing. That's probably one of the best mojitos I've had. So we just ran into some guys on the street selling some food. I'm not sure exactly what we got, but I gave them 5 CUC, and they gave us 5 of these and 5 little other pastries. So we have a lot of food now. I have no idea what they are. He said they were guayabana, I believe. So we'll see. It's like a cookie. Kind of like a sugar cookie, but not quite so sweet. I think there's some jelly right in here. They're very good.
So when we picked up the pastries, we also got this. This is the other thing Jacob was describing. It looks sort of like a croissant, but it kind of has like a glaze on it, so it looks like it's going to be sweet. So I'm going to try this. Also looks like it could be crumbly. It's a little crisper than I thought it was going to be. And it doesn't really have too much sweetness to it, but it's good. It seems like I'm going to break it really quick. There's jelly inside. So I haven't tried the jelly yet, but I could tell there's some in there, so I'm going to eat that. I don't know what the jelly is, but it's sweet but not too sweet, which is really good.
Hola amigo, Wi-Fi, listo?
No gracias.
No, gracias. So, whatever it is good. And we have 5 of each of them, so. Had a really good dinner tonight. It was really good. We had a lamb stew with some rice, and there was some other kind of vegetable that I really liked. A mashed potato thing. We had a dinner guest, Isol. Very fuzzy, very whiny dinner guest.
We've had a great trip here to Havana. One day definitely isn't enough to see everything that the city has to offer. It has been spectacular. I was expecting a city that was kind of worn down, rough around the edges, but it has been absolutely stunning, which I hope we've captured in this video. It has been a beautiful city, beautiful parks everywhere. The architecture is just gorgeous, and they're doing a lot of work around town to renovate even more of the buildings and bring everything back to the glory that it used to have. You can tell they really care about the architecture and about how the city looks, and with the influx of money they're getting from tourism, they're able to put that back into the city and help it really shine, and that's really evident. And I wish we had more time here to spend. It's a Monday, and apparently a lot of the museums are closed on Mondays, so we didn't really get to do any of that. We wouldn't have really had time anyway, but this has been a really great trip, and I can't wait to come back.
So today was really awesome. At first, during our trip, we felt a little rushed, I think. We got to see some, but I feel like kind of glossed over the history of the area a little bit. But as the day went on, I feel like I got to get a little bit more in depth about the city and the people here. I think the head of our trip kind of really wanted us to understand the people in this community, and really wanted us to, understand what their lives are like, and I really appreciated that. I would also think it would be really interesting to maybe have like a personal guide through the town, somebody who lives here, and maybe get to, ask them more in-depth questions. And I'd also like to go explore outside of Havana a little bit if I get to come back to Cuba. I hope that I get to come back to Cuba, and I hope that we get to come back to Cuba.